The man had to crash into a wall every night to fall asleep, and once he slept it lasted a full 23 hours. During that time even his companions could not wake him, because he was the hardest gem being, carrying the duty of protecting the other gems, but the harder the body the more energy it consumed. The only way to recover was by sleeping for a long time. The enemy used this weakness against them. They sneaked into the lair while he was asleep, and dropped a giant snail without hesitation. The gems were confused by its sudden appearance. One of them rushed forward at once. To their surprise the enemy was destroyed instantly. But could things really be that simple? The next second the giant snail began to move. It opened its mouth wide, and swallowed Phos, who was closest. Even worse, the liquid inside its body began dissolving her. By the time everyone realized it was too late. The corrosive fluid could even melt sharp blades. Even the hardest strands of hair lost their shine in it, and Phos was slowly dissolved inside the snail, until only two lonely eyeballs were left. Then the wound on the snail's shell was filled with green gem fragments. That made Diamond even more certain. Phos must still be alive. She rushed to the snail without hesitation. Using her unbreakable body, she kicked it hard in the back, sending it flying into the sea. Unexpectedly, after soaking in seawater, the giant snail shrank into a tiny slug, but Phos had completely disappeared. The gems searched the ocean for months without results. As everyone was about to give up, Diamond suddenly discovered something strange. Whenever she called Phos's name, the little slug would immediately respond. A ridiculous thought quietly rose in her mind. Could this little slug actually be Phos? With this doubt she wanted to ask the doctor to confirm, but knowing the doctor's habit of dissecting living things, she could already imagine that once the surgery began Phos would never be whole again. Diamond also asked the other gems many times, but everyone shook their heads in confusion. No one had any clue, until one day while resting by the sea, watching the little slug crawl carefree, her suspicion grew stronger and stronger. This had to be Phos.